Have you ever dreamed of financial freedom, of building something for yourself, of finally feeling secure? For many, that dream is tied to owning property. We see stories online of people buying second homes, turning them into short-term rentals, and living lives of ease. It looks so simple, so achievable. Danielle believed in that dream. She was smart, careful, and did her research. She thought Airbnb investing was her ticket to stability and flexibility. But sometimes, the dreams we're sold aren't the full picture. Danielle's journey into short-term rentals became a nightmare, costing her more than just money. Her story is a cautionary tale, a real look at what happens when the market shifts and passive income becomes a daily struggle. We'll walk through Danielle's experience from excitement to the crushing weight of reality. By understanding her story, we can learn to ask better questions and build our financial dreams on a solid foundation. Danielle was a marketing manager, diligent saver, and not looking for a get-rich-quick scheme. The idea of an Airbnb property came after a vacation in a charming cottage. She thought, "I could do this." She spent months researching, reading blogs, and listening to podcasts about successful hosts. The message was always, find the right property, create a great experience, and the bookings will roll in. She targeted a tourist town, made spreadsheets, and projected $200 a month in profit. This was her freedom fund, her path to control and peace of mind. After months of searching, she found a 2-bedroom cabin, used her savings for the down payment, and secured a mortgage. She poured her heart and more savings into renovations, making the place perfect. When she listed it on Airbnb, the response was incredible. 5-star reviews, back-to-back bookings. The income matched her projections. Danielle felt validated and powerful. She told friends it was the best decision she'd ever made. The dream felt real at first. The first sign of trouble was a letter from her lender. Interest rates were rising. Danielle had an adjustable rate mortgage. Her payment jumped by $400, erasing much of her projected profit. Over the next year, rates kept climbing. Her mortgage nearly doubled in 18 months. The dream of $200 monthly profit vanished. Now, she just hoped to break even. The financial cushion she'd built was disappearing. Danielle checked her bank account constantly, cut back on spending, and funneled her salary into the Airbnb. She was working 2 jobs, her career and the stressful job of managing a property losing money. This is the risk of leverage. Borrowing amplifies gains and losses. Adjustable rate mortgages add even more uncertainty. Danielle's plan was built on stability. When the market changed, her plan crumbled. The security she craved was replaced by constant financial stress. The property was no longer a source of pride, but a daily burden. Her dream was slipping away. As mortgage payments climbed, bookings dried up. The fall season was quiet. Weeks passed with no guests. The empty calendar became a source of dread. Each vacant day lost income. Danielle learned the hard truth. The short-term rental market is saturated and fiercely competitive. Dozens of new Airbnbs popped up in her town. Hosts slashed prices to compete. Even when she got bookings, the income barely covered cleaning and utilities. She spent hours tweaking her listing, running ads, and offering discounts. The passive income dream was a myth. This was exhausting, active work. Every ping from the Airbnb app brought anxiety. Projections are just that, projections. They can't predict downturns or competition. Danielle's spreadsheets assumed 70% occupancy. Reality was closer to 30%. For most of the year, the cabin sat empty, a beautiful, expensive drain. The numbers no longer added up. Beyond the mortgage and lack of bookings, unexpected costs piled up. A burst pipe meant an $800 emergency repair. The dishwasher broke. A storm damaged the roof. The town added a new licensing fee. Insurance premiums rose. Constant small expenses, Replacing linens, restocking supplies, upgrading Wi-Fi added up. Danielle was trapped in a cycle of anxiety, unable to sleep, ashamed to talk about her investment. The stress affected her work and relationships. The dream of freedom had become a prison of financial and emotional distress. This is the unglamorous side of property management: maintenance, repairs, regulations, and customer service. For women juggling careers and family, being a 24/7 property manager can lead to burnout. The peace of mind Danielle sought was gone. The cabin, once her asset, had become her biggest liability. The reality was far from the Instagram dream. She was losing more than money. She was losing herself. The breaking point came when Danielle reviewed her finances. The cabin had lost over $9,000 in a year. Her savings were gone, her health and happiness suffering. She realized she had to let go. Selling felt like defeat, but holding on was a high-risk gamble. Her advisor showed her the numbers. Selling, even at a loss, would bring relief. The market had cooled. She listed the cabin for less than she'd hoped. After months and a price reduction, she finally got an offer. After closing costs, she lost nearly all her down payment. It was painful, but signing the papers brought overwhelming relief. That night, she slept soundly for the first time in months. She'd lost money, but regained her life. The experience taught her, any investment that destroys your peace of mind isn't worth it. Danielle's story reminds us, true wealth is peace of mind, not just numbers in a bank account. Financial security should feel like a warm blanket, not a tightrope walk. High-risk, high-reward investments can cost more than money. They can cost your well-being. So what does real security look like? For most, it's a diversified portfolio of low-cost index funds or ETFs. No burst pipes, no empty calendars, just steady, quiet growth. After selling the cabin, Danielle built a simple, diversified investment plan and rebuilt her emergency fund. Her new plan was boring but solid and stress-free. She finally felt secure. Let's look out for each other. When friends get excited about risky investments, encourage them to consider the downsides. Share your stories, the good and the bad. The more we talk openly about money, the more we learn. Your financial journey is your own, but you don't have to walk it alone. True freedom isn't about having the most. It's about having enough to live free from worry.